Hi everybody, Marilyn here today. I'm coming to you with another project share from ink to paper. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, cut it lengthwise down the middle, and then again scored it so that you have an A2 card shape. Then I've taken the die and I have stuck it down with some purple tape. And one of the things you want to make sure of is that the cutting edge of the die is just above the fold of the paper before you run it through your die cutter. Okay? When you die cut this, and depending on the heavy weight paper that you use or the weight of the paper that you use, this is not as heavy as the Stamper Select White. You may have to run it through a couple of times if you're using a heavier weight. That's my point here. So when you do cut it, you will get a shape that looks very similar or exactly like this. And you will be able to open it up and close this like a card. So this gives you the base of a shaped strawberry card. And then you can cut the different pieces in the die, like the little stem here and the leaf, to add as accessories to the card. Now this is a very quick way to make a card, and I can see doing maybe thank you cards like this, gifting a thank you card set to a friend. You know, this would be really cute. And I don't have the leaf cut out here, but you know, it would be really cute as with a stamped sentiment here and on the inside. So that's a quick way to do this. One of the things that I want to do today is do something that can extend this a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I'm wearing gloves. I'm going to be doing some inking, and to prevent my fingers from getting all inky, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've done. So one of the things that I did do was I did decide I was going to cut the seeds as a layer for the card. So this I cut into the front of the card, and I'm going to show you the card in a second. But first, what I have done is I've taken a piece of this yellow cardstock, because most strawberries have yellow seeds. If you look at them closely enough, they look almost golden. And I've gone ahead and put it down on a piece of paper and just traced it out with a pencil. And so that's what you can see here is the pencil lines. And then I've just taken my scissors and I've cut just on the inside of that line. So I have a layer for the strawberry in yellow. And I'm going to be using this on the inside of my card so that the strawberries on the front, the strawberry on the front actually comes out with yellow seeds. So here is my card front, okay? And I've cut this in the same manner as the previous pink posy cardstock that I cut to make the shaped layer. So you can see this actually has little holes in the front because I've run the die as well for the seeds. And I want to go ahead and place that yellow cardstock on the inside of the card. That's what this layer is for. I've also cut another layer, and this is just individually. This is not a folded piece of paper. It's just one layer of cardstock, and it's in white. And this is going to actually back up the yellow so that you cannot see the yellow on the inside of the card. That's just to make it a little bit nicer and finished. All right. And to get the strawberry effect here, this is what I'm going to show you today with the inking effects. And you can, of course, cut this out of cardstock. A red cardstock and pure poppy would be just fine, but I like to have the gradations of the strawberry. And the reason mine looks like this is because if you look at strawberries long enough, you know sometimes they don't get very ripe right under where the stem goes. So that's why I've left this sort of a little bit lighter in color, and I've gone ahead and darkened some of the other areas that are on the strawberry. So to get this look, what you're going to do is you're going to actually ink the strawberry. And when I was doing this for a project, I kind of discovered something. As you go around doing the edges of the strawberry, the more you do this, if you don't touch the center part of the strawberry, it looks like this. So the way this looks to me is like a strawberry that you cut in half. So you've gone ahead and you've sliced it, and it looks like the inside of a strawberry. So when I was looking at this, I thought, oh great, let's do this as a card, so that when you open up the card, it looks like you have a cut strawberry. And to get this look, again, we're going to do some inking. So I'm going to just take my Pure Poppy ink and a makeup blending brush, get some ink on my brush, and this is where the gloves come in. It helps a lot to keep out the fingerprints and the oils from your hand by wearing gloves, or you can use a paper towel. So that's another way of doing this. So sometimes I will shortcut it and just put the paper towel down and then put my fingers down like this. If you're wearing gloves and you change colors, obviously you want to wipe your hands pretty good so you don't transfer the ink onto other places that may be a different color. So I'm going to darken this edge up a little bit just by going around here. And if you want to pick up more color, you can. And I'm going to keep away from that center part of the strawberry so that I can always have this lighter section of the card. And sorry for my hands getting in the way. And the more you do this, the darker you will have around the edges. If you touch the middle, obviously you can color the middle. But again, if you look at a strawberry that's sliced, it has a lighter center. So I'm just going to go a little bit darker here. That you may want to do is, as I get into the color range that I'm looking for, I'm going to go actually and darken it up a little bit around the edges using Scarlet Jewel. Now, I didn't start with this color on purpose because then I would end up with a purple looking strawberry, which is not the color I want. But when you're using blending brushes to do this, you always end up with a lighter color. So I'm going to use this other blending brush, which is one I've reserved for this color, to just ink up the edges a little bit towards the bottom. So what you've got is a ripe looking strawberry, and you can kind of see that as you add ink. And I'm not going to go too far into the center again. I also have done the same technique with the leaf and the stem. So both of these have been done with the same ink, and this is the green parakeet ink color. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the stem of the strawberry. And I'm going to use this I Heart You set from Ink to Paper. This has a sentiment called Hello Sweets. And I'm going to use the same color ink, because what you'll notice is when you stamp with the same color, it's actually going to come out a little bit darker than the inked up version where you've been using the makeup brush. Okay, so I've got my sentiment for the front, and I'm ready to go ahead and put on the different layers. So adhesive around the top of the strawberry, and I'm going to dot some liquid adhesive around the holes. Not in the holes, but around the holes. And that's just to adhere that yellow layer on the inside of the card. It's going to be sandwiched between the white layer that I've also cut. So here's that yellow layer again, and I'm going to just place it down and make sure that I've covered all of the strawberry seeds that are shown here. Give it a good press. And as I said, the way that I'm going to finish this is by using this layer, which I've also cut. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some adhesive on the front of this. You probably can't see me doing this, it's off camera, but I have put some adhesive on this, and make sure you've got it turning the right way so that it lines up with your strawberry. And I do know that I've fit this into the card to make sure that it works. I've cut a little bit off the top just to make sure that the fold of the card can actually crease without the card showing this layer. So I'm going to line it up from the back, make sure all the holes are lined up properly, and just stick it down. So now you've got a finished looking strawberry from the front with the yellow seeds showing through. And then on the inside, all you see is that white layer. Okay? To finish off the card, I'm going to go ahead and put on the leaf and the stem. There we have it. The last touch that I'm going to add is to the leaf, and I've gone ahead and cut a felt flower out and assembled it together with a button. And for this, I'm going to actually use some fabric adhesive that I like to use. And that helps this really stick very good. You can use hot glue, but again, I'd have to get my glue gun out and stick that on. Just the placement of this flower. And there you have it. You have a nice and really cute shaped strawberry card. And then on the inside, you can also pick the sentiment, obviously, that you want to read. You can stamp your sentiment on the inside here, and it looks like a sliced strawberry. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.